Right, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about a situation where a few response videos have quickly turned into cease and desist being sent. Now, before we do get any further, quick disclaimer, I've caught the sun a little bit. My face is very red. Yeah, I was a bit silly, didn't put sun cream on the first day. I have since done that, but face is still a bit red. So just a bit of a pre-warning, alright? But either way, getting into today's topic. So there's two main people you need to be aware of here. The first one being Potato with Makeup, a TikTok with about 7,500 followers. The second person being a company called KO Knockout Marketing. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know much about this company. You can see that the account is currently private. There's no bio or anything like that. If we do actually Google the company, we can see what the old bio or maybe the most recent post caption said. We can see a result here that says, Kevin is driving sales and creating unique brand awareness. It's a marketing company. We don't know much about it. It's not all that important in today's topic. But let's get into where this actually started, okay? So Potato with Makeup, or Emmy, recently posted a video, I believe that's just on her Instagram account, I couldn't find it on TikTok, but it's a video where she's in a swimming pool, she goes up to someone, makes a joke about, like, if they want her autograph, and they have a little joke with each other.
Did you want my autograph?
No.
Oh, is that why were you looking at me then?
You're hot.
Oh, so you didn't recognize me from Instagram?
No.
Oh.
You're on Instagram?
Okay, so the video goes on for a minute, right? We don't need to look through it. The main context here is that when she said, why were you looking at me then? He responded saying, 'cause you're hot. Now, when KO Knockout Marketing saw this video, he was furious by the looks of it, because he actually commented saying, no way they thought she was hot. I call bullshit staged. I mean, even if he did think it was bullshit or staged, I've no idea why he felt the need to even comment this, but he did. To which Emmy then responds to this comment in a video that is currently on 1.5 million views, where she mentions that the URL for KO Knockout Marketing has since expired, so Emmy has bought it.
Hey KO Knockout Marketing, I'm Emmy, the ugly one. It's nice to meet you. I don't know if you knew this, but your URL expired, so I bought it. And look, I'm willing to do business with you. I'm more than happy to negotiate. It's just gonna be $5,000, which happens to be the same amount that I had to pay that man to call me hot, because I am an atrocious raccoon. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm looking forward to connecting, and I'll check my DMs just for you.
Now, interestingly, KO Knockout Marketing actually responds to this in the comment section. It seems like effing was kind of okay at this point. So they left this comment saying, good for you, thanks for the shout out, you made me laugh, to which Emmy responded saying, haha, I'm dead, villain turned friend, to which KO Knockout Marketing replied saying, never called you ugly, that's on you, just seems staged. Wearing a mic in a pool and all, good luck Cleveland, go Steelers. So they're making a bit of a joke out of it at this point, right? I mean, he said, like, I didn't call you ugly, he did say, like, no way they thought she was hot, so I'm not really sure what he was referring by that. But either way, Emmy then made this joking response saying, villain turned friend, KO Knockout Marketing's talking about Cleveland and go Steelers, all this shit. Seemed like it was probably where the situation was going to end. But of course that's not where the situation ended, otherwise we wouldn't be making this video, would we? So there's a few more videos to look through here. So the first video we need to look at here is Emmy asking people to stop, like, hating on this guy because he's in her emails and kind of going at her.
Okay, so I love everyone's response to the last video. It's been so fun. I love it. Please do not harass this man. Please do not harass this man. It was all silly fun and games on the internet. He is now emailing me about his cyberbullying and getting threats, and he's now coming after me, saying that I incited cyberbullying and harassment on him. Please, please, please do not dogpile on this man. That was not the point.
Now, it seems like this video wasn't enough for KO Knockout Marketing, or Kevin, because Emmy then received a cease and desist.
What's up, Kevin from KO Knockout Marketing? Dude, I was gonna let it go. I was gonna leave it alone. And then I got your cease and desist email, which, by the way, not how cease and desist works. And in that email, I saw that you were based in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I've been traveling full time for the past 2 years. And look where I rolled up to today. I'm in your city for another hour. So if you want to work this out, you know where to find me.
Yeah, so straight away when I saw that Kevin had sent a cease and desist, I was obviously wondering, like, what is he expecting from this, right? Because what is there to send a cease and desist for? Emmy makes a video with a screenshot of Kevin's own comment that he left, right? And then she goes on to say that she actually bought the URL that had expired. Now, unless it's like a legal letter about the URL and trying to get the URL back, maybe I'd understand that, because I don't know what the legalities would be behind that. But sending a cease and desist for things like defamation, which we're about to read through in just a second, I just don't understand it. But maybe we can understand it a little bit more once we actually take a read through, okay? So the first part that Emmy shows here is like who it's addressed to, which is of course Emmy, and then shows her social media handle, except spells potato wrong. And then we can actually take a read through the cease and desist. So it says, this letter constitutes a formal demand that you immediately cease and desist from making or causing others to make any false, defamatory, harassing or misleading statements regarding me. He then goes on to say his name or his business identity on Instagram or any other public forum. Okay, so straight away, again, I'm not really sure what the false defamatory statements are, right? Because Emmy literally showed a screenshot of his comment. I mean, as we take a read through here, I guess it's because she has took his comment as calling her ugly, to which he is saying he didn't literally say that. But also he's demanding that Emmy immediately cease and desist from causing others to make these videos, which I'm not really sure how she would be able to control that. It has come to my attention that you published an Instagram video in which you mischaracterized my comment on your reel entitled "Getting Recognized in Public by a Crazy Fan." My original comment, "No way they thought she was hot, I call bullshit staged," was a critique of the authenticity of the video content you provided, specifically questioning the behavior of the individuals involved. You falsely stated in your video that I called you ugly and attributed to make a remark I never made. This mischaracterization is factually incorrect and has exposed me to ridicule, hostility, and unwarranted harassment from you and your followers. I mean, look, Kevin left a comment saying no way they thought she was hot. Emmy has took that as he was calling her ugly. Is he really going to take her to court because she took that from his comment? I would highly doubt it. But either way, Emmy goes on to respond to this section.
It has not been harassment from me. And I never said that you called me ugly. I just said, hi, I'm Emmy, the ugly one. Because what's the opposite of hot, Kevin? What am I supposed to say?
And then we see section 2, which says, your post incited targeted harassment, hate speech, and threats against me and members of my family. Such conduct violates Pennsylvania anti-harassment statute and may constitute cyberbullying under applicable federal guidelines. Now, obviously, if people are going out of their way to actually send this guy hate and threats to him and his family, that is completely wrong. People should never do that. But if we're looking at Emmy's video, again, she did just show Kevin's comment, like literally what he said, word for word. She made a little joke about it, and then started talking about this URL. Again, I don't know the legalities with that, right? If it was the business URL and it's trademarked and whatnot, I don't know anything about that. But the actual video and claims of defamation and stuff like that, I don't understand it. But either way, Emmy then goes on to respond to this section.
When? Where did I incite? You commented on my post. You incited your own harassment. I screenshotted your actual words and I made a video about it. What are you talking about?
The third section is all about extortion and says, I've also received threats from you demanding $5,000 in exchange for returning control of a domain formerly associated with my business. If substantiated, these demands may constitute attempted extortion. Yeah, again, so this is the part that I don't know what the legalities are going to be with this, with the fact that she now owns the URL. He has said that Emmy's video was a threat, which I'm not really sure if you could ever put it under that, like, definition. I mean, the thing is, right, obviously this is a cease and desist, which is free to do, right? Actually taking someone to court isn't free to do. So when it is just kind of a cease and desist that has been sent, you can assume, or at least I assume here, that obviously Kevin is just trying to get Emmy to delete the video. Do I think this will actually go to court? I would highly doubt it. Obviously we don't know for sure, but yeah, I would highly doubt it at this point. Now at this point in the video, Emmy actually goes on to read through the demands in the cease and desist.
And finally, the icing on the cake. These are the demands. You are hereby directed to take the following actions within 72 hours of receipt of this letter. It has been over 72 hours, so I'm really curious about what's going to happen now. Remove all videos, posts, stories, captions, or other content, past or future. How do I remove future content that reference, name, or imply any false statements about me, my business identity, or my social handle? Kevin, we are here right now because of a comment you made on my video that is really just so unserious. It's such a silly thing, but like, what are you talking about? We're here because of you, babe.
It then goes on further to say, refrain from any further publication, comment, or implication involving me, my account, or my likeness in any media. Provide me with a written confirmation that you have complied with these demands and that you will take no further defamatory, harassing, or retaliatory actions. Failure to comply with these demands within the specified time period will leave me with no choice but to pursue all available legal remedies against you. including but not limited to civil claims for defamation, harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and extortion. I will also furnish evidence of your misconduct with the appropriate social media platforms and law enforcement agencies. This letter is written without prejudice to my rights and claims, all of which are expressly reserved. Emmy then concludes the video by joking about the fact that she would love to see this play out in a courtroom.
Like, I would love to see this video play in a courtroom. I would love... How silly. I don't actually want that. But, like, how silly. How silly. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? I think this is your first day on the internet.
And then finally, Emmy says no to all of these demands, and then says, like, she just can't see why a lawyer would even, like, entertain this.
Basically just, like, no to all of this. I don't know what you're talking about. And if you were going to try and serve me, I've been traveling full time for the last 2 years. Like, I don't even know where I'm going to be tomorrow. How do you know where I'm going to be tomorrow? Like, I mean, good luck. And also, what? I think if you called any lawyer, I mean, where's Law Talk? I need Law Talk to chime in on this. I feel that if you called any lawyer, they would be like, oh, a 30-year-old woman made a video. A 30-year-old woman who's a comedian made a video about the comment that you posted on her page. Kev, what do we do? Like, click? Like, I don't think that they would care. I don't think they would care.
So yeah, that's all the information we have. Like I said, I highly doubt this is actually going to play out in court. I highly doubt it's going to go any further than this legally. I think this was maybe just a way to try and get the video removed, to which Emmy said that she's not going to do. But if this did go further legally, let me know your opinions in the comment section down below of how you think this would all play out. Also, let me know your opinions on just everything that we spoke about in today's video. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.